I feel my task here that Rinpoche entrusted me with is to talk about the three kinds of bodhicitta. This would be just the perfect kind of container for that, or a theme we could work with. So the three kinds of bodhicitta, I think, like most of you, I think, know this very well. But, we have to say it all the time. It's always new, right? And it's interesting because I said, I've talked to Rinpoche about this before, and he says, the basics, the basics, the basics. It's like we're not inventing anything new, but we have new experiences that we can bring to it. So the basics are the three bodhicittas. The first two are relative bodhicitta. So the first is the aspiration bodhicitta, which has to do with, our vision, our motivation. And the second is engaged bodhicitta, which is how do we navigate the world? How do we engage the world? How do we do that? And then the third, again, has to do with what is the nature of the world that we're doing all these practices in? What is the nature of things? The nature of reality. Again, that sounds so highfalutin, but it's actually not. The nature is, like, what are we made of? What is the nature of the world we move about in? How does it work? Because how do you move about in it clearly if you don't know how it works? You don't know the kind of, I don't know, system is not the right word, but the expression of how things happen, and we can look at that. That's something we can actually see very clearly as we study. So the first two of these, the aspiration and the engaged bodhicitta, are called the relative bodhicittas, and they have to do with how we create grace in the world. How do we create? It has a creative aspect to them. We make choices within the nature. We have agency in the nature of things, how they work, the nature of interdependence. So as we learn how it works more, we have more choice because we understand cause and effect better. So it's a very creative aspect of being alive. And then the third aspect is the absolute, or the ultimate, the nature of reality, the view, which means understanding the nature of reality, or the ground of things, and the subjective knowing of that is prajnaparamita. So here, these are the three aspects of the Bodhisattva path, this particular path of the Mahayana that we're here to talk about this weekend.